What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Body, coming to you live. Conversations with Mr. Body here on this beautiful Monday afternoon, right? This Labor Day weekend, right? And so what is today? Mindset Monday, Motivation Monday. Thank God it's Monday, whatever you want your Monday to be. And I just want to keep this short and sweet just to be able to give you some value, right? Some things to start to think about, because it's how you think about the weekend and the holidays and all of that stuff, which can actually make or break you being able to stay on track with your goals, right? And so if you don't know, oftentimes people struggle because they blow, right? You might be some of these people. They blow all the things that they accomplish. They stay on track from Monday through Thursday or Friday midday, and then the weekend is just like everything goes out the window, especially on a holiday weekend, right? And I'm here to share with you that thought process of, well, you know, it's the weekend, I can chill a little bit, and not that you can't, right? But you got to create a lifestyle that supports that, right? It's still all about balance. And so understanding that that balance means that you still got to do some things to compensate for the fact that you probably are eating out of your norm, right? And so that's the thing that you got to get, right? That you got to create some balance. Okay, so cool. You know what? I'm going to have some unhealthy meals and maybe some unhealthy beverages. And so I'm going to balance that out with some other healthy meals, or you know what, some extra exercise, right? So that you can create a space where you're not having too many extra calories that might throw off your plan of creating some results, right? And so that's what you want to, one of the first tips that you got to understand is, okay, how can I balance off these additional calories that I'm going to be intaking this weekend or this holiday weekend, any holiday weekend, right? It's what you got to start to think about. Okay, cool. You know what? We got some other holidays that are coming up if you celebrate them. And so this is what I want for you to do, is to say, how am I going to balance out the additional calories that I'm going to intake just because it's a holiday? And that's how you create a lifestyle, right? And so, you know, oftentimes people think because, hey, I'm a trainer, I've been a certified trainer for 19 years, because I do Herbalife, that means that, you know what, I only drink shakes and eat salads. And I'm like, no, that's not even the case, not even a little bit. Why? Because I love food, but I understand that there has to be a balance. There has to be a system that I'm following in order to be able to give me that freedom in my lifestyle. And so you can create that same freedom in your lifestyle and not feel like you're restricted all the time, because when you feel restricted, it makes it so much more challenging to be able to stay consistent and committed to it. And that's why you got to create a lifestyle that gives you the freedom. And how do you do that? Have an exercise plan. Have a meal plan that you're following, right? And not thinking of it as a cheat meal, right? Reward yourself when you accomplish everything that you set out for the week. If you have a specific meal plan that you're following and you follow the meal plan to the T, reward yourself with a meal, right? That you're going to be like, oh, well, this is not on the meal plan, but you know what? I'm rewarding myself because, hey, I did what I said I was going to do. You did all the exercise that you said that you were going to do. That is the balance. That's the lifestyle of freedom, right? You might wonder how fit people can do those, because, you know, listen, I posted a plate of food that I had and people were shocked and they're like, that's your plate. And I'm like, absolutely, right? But you got to understand it's within my lifestyle. You can create a lifestyle that gives you that flexibility and that ability by making adjustments. How are you going to do that? Again, it could be an additional workout or two, depending on how many days you plan on doing it or how many meals that you're going to be eating off schedule, right? It can be, okay, well, cool. You know what? Look, I woke up today and I had my shake, right? After I had that meal yesterday during the brunch. Hey, you know what? I'm starting my day with a shake. So that's something that you can do in your lifestyle, right? What are you going to do? Extra cardio, right? Maybe you do 20 minutes at a time. Okay, do 30 minutes, maybe get to 40 minutes, right? Again, burning some extra calories, right? Wherever you're going, maybe park a little bit further so you're not trying to get the closest spot so that you can have to walk a little bit more, burn some extra calories, right? Drink some water in between whatever it is that you're drinking outside of water if you are. Why? Because water is going to keep you hydrated, and it's just another way to make your digestive system function more optimally, right? You got to do the things. You got to set yourself up for success. Oftentimes, because of how we think about food and how we think about exercise and how we think about our lifestyle is why we are struggling, because we think that we are not able to do certain things. We think that it has to be super restrictive in order to create the results that you want. Live a lifestyle of freedom that gives you the flexibility to be able to do these things, right? Especially if it's just around the holidays or maybe on occasional weekends during the month. You can have that lifestyle, right? Again, Create a way of burning the extra calories that you're going to be intaking, right? Making sure that you're staying hydrated, right? Water is going to be essential for you, right? Maybe drink that. Here's your last tip, right? If you're going to a barbecue, day party, whatever it is, Thanksgiving, out, like again, these different things that are coming up, Christmas, right? Halloween, whatever it is, right? People find a reason. It could just be like, hey, it's Friday. Let's have a whatever. Hey, listen, here's what you want to do. Don't go hungry, right? Don't go hungry, right? That is your last tip. Do not go to whatever it is that you're going to where there's going to be food involved hungry. Why? Because your eyes are going to be bigger than your stomach, and then you're going to fill up your plate and you're going to overeat. It takes some time. One of the reasons that they tell you, right, to eat slower. Why? Because you know what? The more time that you chew your food, it helps with your digestion, right? But here's the other thing. It takes some time for your stomach and your brain to have a conversation that you're full. And so if you're eating really fast, right, and you got all this food on your plate, you're going to potentially overeat 5 to 10 minutes before you realize that you're full. Right? And so how many of you have ever been in that position where you're like, oh my gosh, my stomach, I'm so full, right? And the reason that you've gotten that way is because you were just eating, didn't really take some breaks, right? Didn't drink some hydration in between that. And your brain didn't register that you were full yet because your stomach didn't have that conversation and you overate. And so you got to slow down. But guess what? One of the things, if you don't go super hungry, then you're not going to make this crazy plate and potentially overeat and feel like you've thrown your whole game plan off schedule, right? And so those are your tips that are going to help to set you up for success as you are going through the rest of your life, right? The rest of this year, the holidays that are going to come up, so that you can keep yourself on track and continue to maintain and even create some new results throughout holidays and anytime, right? It's your boy, Mr. Body. If you got some value in this video, feel free to hit the share button, tag somebody that needs to hear this message, invite somebody to come and watch this video so that they can get the same value that you had and have an awesome and amazing day. And hey, if you celebrate the holiday, enjoy it.